Beauty and the Beast's upcoming 30th anniversary special is a powerful reminder of the essential timelessness of this particular Disney property. Though the live-action remake was an enormous success, for many people, there could be no matching the original's simple magic, which continued to demonstrate that Disney was back in a major way. While Belle is the movie's primary protagonist, it's also important to pay more sustained attention to the Beast. Throughout the movie, he utters some powerful quotes, ones which are not only memorable but explores his growth to find kindness once he meets Belle. "I never felt this way about anyone." Part of what makes Beauty and the Beast such a great romantic movie is just how profoundly the Beast changes. As this quote reveals, he goes from being a selfish brat who cares about nothing except his own misery to someone who truly does want to make Belle's life better. It's a memorable quote in that it shows the viewer this fundamental shift in his entire way of looking at the world. Buried beneath his angry exterior, he shows there is a true heart, one which only Belle could bring to the surface. "I let her go because I love her." One of the saddest Disney movie moments is when the Beast makes the heart-wrenching decision to let Belle go so that she can be with her father. It's a beautifully shot moment, as he confesses to Cogsworth that he sacrificed his own happiness so that his love could have what she wanted. It's another key moment in the Beast's development as a character in that he has, at last, fully given up selfishness in favor of love. It is debatable, however, whether his servants are quite as sanguine about the possibility of remaining in their altered states forever, but fond of Belle they might also be. Take it with you so you always have a way to look back. And remember me. One of the Beast's most precious objects is his magic mirror. For him, it is a reminder of all that he has lost, and it is, for a long time, his only access to the outside world. His giving it to Belle and the words he speaks stand out as a powerful indication of how much he has grown to love her. At the same time, it also suggests that, underneath it all, he wants her to at least remember him, even when she has gone so far away. When it comes right down to it, he wants her to have at least a bit of him with her. At least I got to see you. One last time. Disney has always excelled at creating wrenching death scenes, and the one in which the Beast succumbs to the wounds inflicted by Gaston is truly one of the most devastating. His words to Belle are seared into the memory of everyone who watches the movie. Even as his life ebbs away, he finds it in himself to be gracious and kind to her. Rather than focusing on what he has lost, he instead shows just how much he has changed by celebrating that he got to see her before he left forever. It's the ultimate signifier of his truly changed nature. I want to do something for her. As the romance between the Beast and Belle continues to build and to flower, it results in a very changed attitude on his part in particular. Whereas before he thought he could force her hand into becoming fond of him, this quote is memorable in large part because it shows a truly fundamental shift in how he looks at their relationship. It is no longer just transactional. Instead, he wants to do something that will actually make her life better. The fact that he wants to do something for her is a profound and important change. But then, she's never looked at me that way before. Beauty and the Beast, like the other great movies of the Disney Renaissance, is filled with great songs, and this quote is itself actually a lyric. It's touchingly delivered, and it is a reminder to both the audience and the character of how there has always been a kinder nature inside of the Beast, just trying to find its way out. What's more, it also shows just how emotionally attuned he has become to Belle and her way of being in the world. He is conscious, in a way that he has never been before, of what another person seems to be thinking and feeling. If she doesn't eat with me, then she doesn't eat at all. When the movie begins, it definitely seems as if the Beast is going to be far more of a villain than a hero. His belligerence regarding Belle's eating is one of the most notable and memorable moments in the movie's early parts. When he proclaims that she must eat with him or not at all, he once again shows just how selfish he is. At this point in his development as a character, he still can't think outside of his own self-interest, and he can't understand why it is that she might not respond with grace to his invitation. She's so beautiful, and I am. Well, look at me. Say what one will about the Beast, but he is quite conscious of how he looks. He understands and, to an extent, accepts that he is not the type of person who will appeal to a beautiful woman such as Belle, who is, at the same time, one of the best Disney princesses. There is, moreover, something more than a little sad and tragic about this particular quote. It's a potent reminder that, despite his outward appearance, there is still a human being inside of the Beast, one who yearns for love and affection, even as he doesn't think he deserves it. He'll give you a place to stay. Maurice is one of the best fathers in Disney, but he makes a horrible misstep when he intrudes on the Beast's castle without an invitation. Though the viewer only gets shadowy glimpses of the Beast, they also get one of his most memorable lines when he tells the terrified Maurice that he will give him a place to stay. Given that it's one of Beast's earliest lines, it certainly sticks out. Just as importantly, it's also a referent of just how brutal and callous he is toward the potential suffering of others. Get Out. Belle, like many an intrepid princess before her, isn't someone who follows the rules, as she makes clear when she intrudes on the Beast's sanctum of the West Wing. When he discovers her presence, he roars at her to get out, and it's a truly terrifying moment for both Belle and for the audience. It's a short but memorable quote, as it shows how, at this point, the Beast is still someone who is very willing to let his temper get the better of him. And, of course, it also leads to the pivotal moment when he saves her from the wolves.